It's a real gloomy kind of day today. It was supposed to be an really nice day. Weatherman was wrong. I think we talked about that yesterday. It was supposed to be the warmest day of the week today. Sunny skies, beautiful. The camera makes it seem way brighter out than it really is. It's actually pretty gloomy. You gotta have your headlights on, but for whatever reason, you know, the camera picks up light way better than your eyes do, so the camera makes it look a lot nicer out. But yeah, it's supposed to be almost 40 degrees today. Nice day, sunny. The wind was supposed to be nice, and last night they changed the forecast, so it's still got nice temps out, but apparently the high today was at midnight, and now they're talking 50-mile-an-hour winds this afternoon. At 2 and 4. 2 and 4? Yeah. Sounds good. All right. Boomer's here. He's going to get us loaded. All right. Must spin off just a little bit. He had me back up, but yeah, they're talking this afternoon. I think it's this afternoon. Whatever. Sometime today. They said the winds are going to pick up. Staying at 35 to 40, gusting 50 to 55, so we're gonna have to watch tarps today, make sure we're not blowing any tarps off. And then sometime between 1:30 and 3:30, however the kind of plays out, I think I'll get 2 loads into Sheldon today, and then I'll try and get a load over to Sergeant Bluff because I have to go over to the Iowa Better Trucking Bureau between 1:30 and 3:30 today. So Courtney was gonna take some time off to come grab me over there because there's nowhere to park, but I finally got some answers, so she said it's only going to take like 10-15 minutes, so I might just turn the 4-ways on and take up the right lane, I guess. I don't think it's a very busy section of 75. It's business 75 in Sioux City, but it's way down kind of by Interstate 29, and there's nothing really there. So I'm thinking it might be kind of the slower traffic area of 75, but I don't remember. I haven't been there forever. My other thought is, with it being a trucking company, trucking bureau, accounting, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to guess they've had trucks parked inside the road before. So I don't think it'll be an issue. And if it is, I guess we'll get a parking ticket. We're going to get finished getting loaded. We've got Boomer loading us today. We haven't had him all year. He's always really good. He's always really consistent in getting you loaded too. So we'll get loaded and get out of here. Look at that. I think somebody lost their chicken. I don't see any other chickens in anyone else's backyards. There's no fence. Pretty sure that's a rooster. He seems awful happy all by himself. All them backyards to pick and choose from. We have lines today in Sheldon. So this is our load number 2 here in Sheldon. I think this is gonna be our last load for this morning anyway, and then we're gonna head to Sergeant Bluff. Drop that one load off there. I'm not sure what they got for lines or how long it's actually going to take, but we're going to do that one next. And then by the time I get unloaded, it should be close to 1:30, and I'll go over and get everything taken care of over at the Better Trucking Bureau, get all my paperwork, and get them all situated so they can keep doing all my paperwork for me. I don't know if I even really need them, I guess. I think I've pretty much figured out most of that stuff, but it's kind of nice for what they charge. That's not much. It's almost like you might as well just have them do it so you know everything's taken care of, everything is good, legal, and all that stuff. So yeah, that's our plan. The wind is definitely picking up. Temp's starting to drop. Got up to 41. So it was kind of cooling off this morning, but then it kind of started warming back up again. But the wind has switched more out of the north now, and It seems like it keeps picking up more and more and more, so it is cooling off. And they said it was supposed to cool off upwards of 20 degrees within 2 to 3 hours once the front came through. I haven't seen no drastic temperature change yet, but we've dropped 2 degrees in the last half an hour, I guess. So I was really looking forward today. They were talking about how nice it was supposed to be and blah blah blah, but now they're talking really nice for the weekend, but I've lost having any hope. Every time the meteorologists give me hope, they smash them. Or Mother Nature's just got a bad attitude, one or the other. Our cold front caught up with us. The wind just picked up a lot more when I was sitting in Shelton trying to unload. This dark wall of clouds is moving in, and now you can feel the temperature dropping. I'm getting right back out ahead of it right now, so the tempo actually went back up for me. I just barely got ahead of it heading out of Shelton. So anyway, our next load, we're going to get loaded, head to Sergeant Bluff. Drop that load off, and then hopefully we can be over to the trucking bureau by 1:30, 2 o'clock or so, and then that should leave me enough time to get back and get another load into Sheldon. We should be able to get 3 to Sheldon, 1 to Sergeant Bluff today, but we'll see how it plays out, but that's how it should play out. So I hope it plays out. But I also hope it stops blowing. Trees are moving now. See all the dust flying in the mirror behind me. We are definitely behind the cold front now. Got our 4th pile on in the back. As he gives us the green light, or the wave, I guess. Head over to the scale, and we're out of here. It's not going to be a much, very fun ride going to Sergeant Bluff. It's going to be pretty much a side wind the whole way. We're going to sit here and close the tarp quick. That to close. No, we don't lose the tarp. It should close pretty good right now. It's going with the wind. Look at that. I want to go that direction. Front hasn't made it there yet. Oh, here comes our tarp. Oh. It's not supposed to drop like that. That's when we start breaking off little bolts on that rod. I just went by a field with a bunch of cattle in it, and their tails are going, 90 degrees with their butts. So my random thoughts kind of got the best of me. It's a pretty beater. At what speed does the wind have to blow before the cows start tipping over? I mean, y'all heard of cow tipping, but when does the wind start cow tipping? Just, you know, curiosity, I guess. The other thing that kind of made me think of it too is I saw one of those, I can't remember what they're comparing it to, but they're comparing something to a cow on the computer, whatever, programming that, you know, does aerodynamics for like race cars or any kind of cars or whatnot. I saw a diagram the other day. Had a cow on there. Someone did the aerodynamic wind testing on a cow in comparison to something, and the cow was more aerodynamic than whatever it was. So I mean, so if a cow is standing 90 degrees sideways to the wind, how fast does the wind have to blow to tip the cow over? There's your homework for the day. Or has anyone ever seen the wind blow over a cow? I'm guessing they lay down, you know, long before that happens. And they probably can't go like nose first or butt first, because the wind's blowing hard enough, it's going to blow them up like a balloon, just depending on which end it's going to blow them up from. I mean, obviously. Anyway, intrusive thoughts. Uh-oh. Ooh, another pretty Peter. Huh. Not sure what happened here, but oh, and he's got cattle on his trailer. I'm gonna guess he rear-ended someone. He ain't got no bumper. So he's not having a very good day. Maybe the wind got to him and about blew his cows over, and he tried saving the cows and ended up rear-ending someone else. Maybe that's what happened. I mean, we'll never know. Not unless I turn around and go ask him. It shall be a forever mystery. Donuts and coffee? What? No way. Uh-oh. That'll probably be like a copyright or whatever. No way. Alright, man. Pick up the pace. You want to get around me, then hurry up and get around me. They're all done with this stuff. Last week they were taking down all the signs. They're putting in a bridge. They are building a bike trail. I don't know if you can see them, but there's the stakes with the orange little flags down in the ditch. They are building a bike trail that goes from Lamar's all the way down to Sioux City. understanding a bunch of people donated a bunch of money to build it. Because they can't get this road figured out, but then they're going to stick all that money into that bike path that had a lot of people torqued off. My understanding, there's no tax dollars used for that bike path. Just not really sure who wants to ride their bike all the way from Lamar to Sioux City. I mean, I can see people doing it, but is there really that many people that want to do it? Maybe, I guess. It's probably something I should start doing. Just ride back and forth. My fat butt could use the exercise. If you ever need to come to the Iowa Better Trucking Bureau office, just to let you know, there is plenty enough room here for a semi. I had to call and ask because on the GPS, on the satellite image, it did not look like there was enough. So I was going to go drop the trailer, and then I decided to call real quick and see if there's enough room for parking. And she's like, oh, heavens, yes, blah, blah, blah. So in case you ever needed to come here, now you know. We're going to go get this paperwork taken care of. Leaving the Better Trucking Bureau. It smelled like ham. Yeah, Smithfield Food right behind them, and the whole time we were in there having our meeting, it smelled like ham in that building. And now I'm craving ham. This wind just continues to get worse. We just about just lost the tarp. We just had to load in pit 4, which is over here where we do our circle all the time. And you get that wind coming around the side of that building. There's no good direction to face, so I was just trying to stay up against the building to try and block as much wind as possible. And the wind kept getting underneath the tarp and wouldn't let it close. I'm not sure if you guys can hear this in the microphone or not, it's just how loud this wind is. Now we're driving right into it. I don't know what it actually is. I haven't looked at the weather app on my phone. Going into the winds, making this a real struggle getting up some of these hills with that headwind. Fuel mileage is doing fantastic. Our gauge is buried on low. That's always good. But I believe we are all done now with all of our paperwork, getting switched over to the Iowa Better Trucking Bureau or whatnot, so they'll start taking care of all of our paperwork for us. And then we're getting this little, it's like an ELD, so we're ELD exempt doing all this ag stuff. And, but it's still like a little tracker. And it works the same as an ELD, except for it doesn't connect to any logs. It's like a geo tracker. So it'll keep track of all of our miles for us for crossing state lines and stuff like that for IFTA. So for $29 a month, and they do all the paperwork plus that little deal. Like the little tracker cost me $150 right off the bat, but then it's $29 a month after that for all of our IFTA stuff. So to me, it's well worth it. I don't have to think about anything. All I have to do is keep fuel receipts at home, and then I just gotta tell them how many gallons I put in what state, basically, from my understanding. And then they get the rest of their information off that little deal, and that's all I gotta do. We have yet to see any cows tipped over yet. I did see those cows again earlier, and their tails are still sideways. was gonna grab the camera, but I missed it. But I'm curious too, does anyone know like what these wind turbines are like designed to withstand for wind? I know they don't handle a tornado very well. Well, the tower did, the blades didn't. Videos I seen. I'm just kind of curious on what they actually are designed to handle. Wind is ridiculous. Right around the corner. The temps are definitely dropping big time. We saw on the overpass just coming into Sheldon. There was a bunch of cherries and tow truck and all that stuff up on top of the overpass as I was taking the exit. There was a pickup and a, I don't know, 18-foot enclosed trailer, probably 16, 18 foot. It was dumped over, and right beside it was another pickup with a camper. The camper, I don't know if they're together or not, but the camper and that little enclosed trailer both went over on top of that overpass. This wind is no joke today. The camera never shows it quite like it really is. Well, that's probably going to be it for today. I'm going to go home and, well, I planned on watching this actually before I went home. So the temps are dropping way faster, so it's, I think it was 20 degrees, 19 or 20 degrees right when I pulled in here, so I figured if I go wash it, it's just going to turn into an icicle tonight. Oh, burn. Probably going to throw some more additive in so that we're not gelled up, but it sounds like we are done with the Sheldon contract for right now. So apparently the last few loads we hauled in were counting toward December, which we're in December, but they're just that far behind regardless. But Sergeant Bluff still had 36 or 38,000 for the November contract. So now we got to start taking everything to Sergeant Bluff until we can get the November contract caught back up, and then we'll switch back to Sheldon, get the December one popped out, and then see what there is left of December. If we can get the December contract finished out for AGP and Sergeant Bluff. So that's kind of the whole job security thing going on right now. We're way behind on contracts, so I don't have to worry about getting told that I ain't got nothing to do right now. So that's going to finish this one. We're going to finish getting fuel, head home, have supper, and we'll see you guys in the next one.